Welcome back to my channel, everybody. If you don't know who I am, my name is Lindsay, and I am the review queen. Today, I'm going to review... Oh, dear, I don't know how to say that. I'll just show you guys it. That word. Lanolin-Ägg Tvål. I know they're not sponsoring this video. So, this is a soap that's made in Sweden, in particular, Helsingborg, Sweden, by Victoria Fabrik. I think, hold on. Yeah. So, Victoria, Victoria AB is not sponsoring this video. So what this is basically egg wash, or egg white wash, and it's egg white facial care with lanolin oak rose water. I have no idea what lanolin is. So it says here, Victoria's egg white facial soaps have been a part of healthy caring of the skin in Sweden for generations. Originally prepared by Swedish women in the home, an egg white facial was weekly tradition to maintain pure glowing skin. This practice was applied to soaps by Victoria at the turn of the century by introducing Victoria Lanolin-Ägg Tvål. So yeah, so this is kind of like turn of the century, so like maybe early late 1800s, like in 1899 to like 1900, that kind of thing, around there. So yeah, and no, that part was not in Swedish. This is actually in English. My mom had bought this for me when she visited Sweden in 2023. So I don't know how much this costs, but it comes with this, so it's like by appointment of the King of Sweden, Royal Swedish, Victorian Scandinavian Soap AB proudly holds the title Purveyor to the Royal Swedish Court. So, and you can read that yourselves right here, if it would stop. It won't let... Why does my camera always go blurry with stuff when I'm trying to put it up close? Anyway, it's nice packaging. So, you open it up. I'm hoping the soap doesn't fall out. So, see, there's some soaps missing and stuff. I've used some. And they come in here. There's a... You got this one, and then you get another layer beneath this, I think. It was only just one. Probably just one. Yeah, it smells good. So here you go. There we go. Got somewhat focus. And then this is what it looks like on the back. Now, I don't think there's any more soaps in here. Yeah, it was just that. So the packaging is very good. So I've been using this, actually technically for a week. I didn't use it much when my mom visited. Because, as you all know, I have sensitivity issues with things on my skin and stuff. Moisturizer is one of them. Just washing my hands and doing this to my face is another one. Unless I'm in the shower, then it doesn't bother me so much for some strange reason. But only when I'm not showering and doing that, that's when it gets weird. But my skin's getting very dry. You know, it's wintertime, you're in heating a lot, and the heat just dries out your skin. And I thought my dumb self would wash my face, thinking like just washing my face would make it more, less flaky. And no, it did not work. I mean, yes, it's cleaner, definitely cleaner, but I wouldn't say it's less flaky and stuff. Because I won't lie, I'm not huge into skincare and makeup, even though I do review them at times. And I don't know enough. I obviously didn't know that just because you wash your face with soap like that doesn't mean that your skin's going to get moisturized. If that was the case, there wouldn't be moisturizer sold separately from soap. Having said that, I didn't really wash my face much with soap like this because I always thought, oh, it's going to dry up my skin. And it's been off and on. Sometimes my skin does get itchy after using it, and other times it's okay. It feels soft. The first time I used this, it didn't bother me much. And then it bothered me a few times, and then, like, for example, this morning when I wore it, I washed my face with it. It didn't bother me, so it's kind of like a hit and miss. I guess it depends how my rosacea is that day, because I do have rosacea. But it also depends, too, on, like, I did go outside after I put everything on, and it didn't feel so bad. It actually felt good on my face. But, I went to, if you don't know, I'm going to SFE now, or SFI, which is basically Swedish for immigrants. And when I went to Swedish for immigrants, I think either on Tuesday or Wednesday, I had just used the soap, and my skin was just driving me nuts. So it's like hit and miss. Sometimes my skin does well with it, and other times it just doesn't. Having said that, even though my skin does feel dry out at times and it does look flaky, it does feel soft, so it does the job. Now, this is definitely cruelty-free. Whoops. This is definitely cruelty-free because, in Sweden, as well as the EU, animal testing is banned. So, if you're coming over to Sweden or the EU, and you're from, like, South America, and you're looking for something to use that's cruelty-free, just keep in mind that any product that's made in the EU, Sweden included, they're not allowed to mention on their products that they're cruelty-free because you're not supposed to be testing on animals anyway. So just keep that in mind. So this is cruelty-free because it is made in Sweden. And, of course, animal testing is banned here because it's in the EU and stuff. Although Sweden has been not doing much with animal testing in a while anyway. So, but just letting you guys know, if you're coming from across the pond or anything and you want a cruelty-free product, anything made in Sweden like this or the EU is not going to mention cruelty-free. Because like I said, it is already illegal to use animal testing here in the EU. And you're not allowed to put it on your products. You can put that they're vegan, which this is not, even though there's no actual egg whites in here from what I can tell. No, I don't really see anything that would say like it's egg white. Because egg is this word right here. So, yeah. I mean, would I get this on my own? I mean, it was a gift to my mom. Probably not. I do prefer to use moisturizer wipes that can clean and moisturize my skin at the same time. I do prefer to use like a douche cream and body wash, that kind of thing. Even though I don't know, I just use body wash when I wash my face. Sometimes when I'm in the shower, but I usually use moisturizing. So it is moisturizing my face and stuff. I just don't do it enough to, keep up with it. And unlike the last house, we live in a house that does have a heat pump, so it does get more dry in the house than we did in the first house, where the first house, it was heated up by a pellet burner, and it was either too cold that the pellet burner wasn't working, or we ran out of pellets, or the pellets got jammed in the pellet burner, or it was too hot, like a sauna, so you would be sweating and stuff. So, has anyone else used this? whether in Sweden or outside of Sweden. If so, what were your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, again, I know I learned the hard way that just because you wash your face doesn't mean you're moisturizing it. So I kind of learned that on my own. But yeah, I mean, it is good. It's good. It delivers. You know, you have soft skin and stuff, but like, I'm not a big proponent of using, I rather use, wipes and body wash when I'm in the shower. So yeah, to me, keep in mind, it's a sensitive issue for me. So it's not like, just because I have issues with it doesn't mean you're going to have issues with it. You could love it and stuff, or you could hate it more than me. So yeah, let me know in the comments how you feel about it. And if you would ever get it again, or if you want to get it and stuff. So yeah, I don't know where my mom got this, unfortunately. So you're gonna have to. I'll look it up online for you guys, and I'll put that in the description box. Well, I'm not doing a Swedish review with this one because I don't know how to convey all that into Swedish. So I just know how to translate Ägg Tvål on the box and stuff. So yeah. So if you like this video, smash the like button. If you subscribe, I'll be absolutely delighted, and I'll see you all later. Toodles!